Good afternoon, students. So we'll continue with chapter 7 from Civics. And course. So we already discussed about FIR in our previous video. FIR. So FIR is basically first information report. Now this can be filed either by aggrieved person or any other person who knows about the crime, right? So this is the first information report. Now how to file this FIR? What is the procedure? What is the method to file the FIR? So that we are going to discuss now. So the method of filing FIR. So first what you need to do? First you need to go to police station. And as we discussed, if a crime takes place in Surajgada, so where do we file this FIR? That will also be filed in Surajgada only. So the area in which the crime has been done, in that specific area, the FIR will be filed. Okay. So first you need to go to police station and you need to meet the officer in charge. Officer in charge of the police station. Can anyone tell me who is the officer in charge of a police station? Can anyone tell me this? Anyone knows who is the officer in charge of a police station? Okay. Shivani has answered SHO. That is correct. SHO or inspector. Okay. Also called Daroga. So he is the officer in charge. So you need to go to police station and you need to meet the officer in charge. Now you need to give every information. You need to narrate every information to the officer in charge. Okay. Each and every incident which took place, how it took place, everything you have to explain the SHO. Now, you need to write that event in the application. Okay. One application needs to be given. In that you need to write each and everything in detail. The time, date, everything you need to mention. Okay. And then you need to sign it. You need to sign it. Okay. If you go to the police station to file any FIR, what you need to do? You need to write every detail. In application, you need to write everything, whatever happened, when happened, on which date, at what time, everything you need to mention properly. And then you need to sign it. Okay, with date, you need to sign that and you need to give it to the SHO. Okay. written, the thing has been written, what they will do, they keep a book. Okay, they keep a book. In that book, they will enter. In that book, they will enter the detail. Understood? Now, after that, once they will enter the detail in their book, the copy of this application, the application which is being signed, copy of that application will be given to the person who has reported the crime, who has filed the FIR. Understood? So, the copy of FIR need to be given to the reporter who has reported the crime. Okay. So, what is the procedure? First, you need to go to police station. You need to meet the officer in charge, narrate every information related to the incident. You need to write it on the paper. In application, you need to write that, all the incident with each and every detail. Then you need to sign that and you need to submit it to the SHO. SHO, in every police station there is a book. They keep a book. In that book, they will mention your case. Mention whatever is your FIR related to that, they will mention in their book. They will do entry in their book, which is kept in the police station. Okay? After this, they will give the copy of the FIR to you. In that, they will give the number, whatever number they have assigned, and also they will sign that. Okay? They will also sign the copy and they will return it to you. One paper will be with them and the copy will be with the reporter. Okay? This is the procedure basically to file FIR. Any question till now? Any question in this one? Okay, no questions. Okay, so this is the method which you need to follow if you need to file the FIR. Next thing is, what should we do in case of refusal? Refusal means you visited SHO, you told him about the incident and he refused to file the FIR. Okay, he refused to file the FIR. In that case, what should you do? So, suppose if he refused to register the FIR, you can go to Superintendent of Police. You can go to concerned Superintendent of Police. Okay, as you know that Superintendent of Police is basically the in charge of all the police stations in his area, right? 5 to 10 police stations make a police circle, and DSP is the in charge of police circle, and this SP is basically the in charge of all the police stations, if we see. So you can go to concerned SP and they can, this SP can do investigation on this, why it has not been done. Either he can do the investigation himself or he can pass it to some subordinate police officer. Okay, either he can do it himself or he can ask some subordinate officer to do this. Okay, to investigate on this, why they have not filed the FIR. Okay, and also this is a cognizable offense. Okay, so SP will take action on this. Suppose if SP is also not taking action on this one, in that case what you can do? So in that case you can go to the magistrate. you can go to the magistrate and you can ask magistrate to look into this matter, and magistrate can actually direct the police officers to file the FIR. Okay, so if the officer in charge is I don't know what is happening. Am I audible now? Am I audible? Or still there is some problem? Okay. Okay, so what I was telling that in case of refusal, what you need to do. So if SHO refused to register the FIR, in that case, you can directly go to the superintendent of police. Now, superintendent of police has to investigate. He has to investigate into the matter. Okay, that why that SHO has not registered the FIR. In that case, either superintendent can himself investigate or he can pass it to some subordinate officer who can look into this, who can investigate why this FIR has not been registered. Okay. Now suppose SP also refused to look into this. In that case, you can go to magistrate, request the magistrate so that the magistrate can direct the police officers to register the FIR. Suppose magistrate also refused. In that case, what you can do? You can go to High Court. You can go to High Court with a written petition. With a written petition. Okay. You can go to High Court with a written petition and you can request to the High Court that they direct the police officers to to register the FIR. This is the thing which you should follow in the refusal of FIR. Okay, if someone refused to register the FIR, this process needs to be followed. Any questions till now, anyone? Any question, anyone? FIR, the method of filing FIR, in case of refusal, what are the steps we should take, that everything is clear? If there is any question with this, you can ask. Next is the role of police in investigating a crime. We already discussed that how police investigates a crime. Okay, so in that it records the statement, right? We already discussed this. Then it records the statement of the witnesses. Then they collect the evidence. Then when they collect the evidence, after that, if they find the evidences are pointing towards the guilt of the accused person, in that case, what they can do, they can prepare a charge sheet and they can file a charge sheet in the court, right? After that, there are some guidelines by the Supreme Court which is being given as what steps police should take while investigating, interrogating, arresting. For that, the guidelines has been given by the Supreme Court. So according to that, also the police has to follow the laws of the land, that means the constitution. They have to take care of the human rights, everything, when they are arresting the accused, right? So as per the guidelines by the Supreme Court, police cannot torture, beat or shoot any person. This also we discussed earlier, that while investigating, interrogating, the police cannot torture, beat or shoot any person. Okay. Next, for petty offences, that means small offences, the police cannot punish. They cannot punish the person for small offences. Suppose they arrested some small boy taking out someone's wallet. In that case, it is not like it is very small offense and we can punish the boy here only and it will be solved. It cannot be done. Whether it is petty offense, but the decision should be made in the court. The police cannot give any punishment or they cannot punish the accused person. Now, when the police is arresting or interrogating someone, when they are arresting or interrogating someone, the police has to wear their clear, accurate and visible identification with their name tags and designations. If you would see, the police has their badge. They wear their badge. In that, their name is mentioned. Their designation is also there, right? So, when they are interrogating someone or arresting someone, they cannot keep the identification hidden. That cannot be done. When they are arresting or interrogating someone, they have to, their identification should be clear. Okay? They have to wear their badge with the name tag and the identification with the designation. Okay? They cannot hide their identification while interrogating or arresting someone. Okay? After that, now there should be a memo, a memo of arrest should be there, which should be prepared at the time of arrest. Okay. Now, in this memo, the time and date of arrest should be clearly mentioned. arrest a person, the memo should be given to the person who is present there. That person can be the family member also. Okay, whoever is present there, they can they have to sign that memo of arrest. Okay. After that, now that memo should be countersigned by the arrested person. Okay, that memo will be also signed by the arrested person, the person who is being arrested. Okay. After this, the person who has been arrested, they have right to inform. They have right to inform. They can inform one person, and that one person can be family, friend, relative, whoever it can be. So the arrested person can have right to inform one relative, friend or family, whoever it is. Okay. After that, if suppose the friend or relative lives outside, they are not available. In that case, the police has to inform them in 8 to 12 hours. Okay, the police will inform their relative or their friend in 8 to 12 hours. Okay, so this is the procedure which police has to follow. So we'll go towards this once again. So they cannot torture, beat or shoot any person when they are interrogating. Okay, or when they are arresting, they cannot just shoot the person. For small offenses, petty offenses, they cannot give any kind of punishment. Okay. When they are interrogating or arresting someone, they have to wear the clear, accurate, and visible identification. That is name tag and their designation. That should be there. They cannot hide their identification. Okay. Now there is memo of arrest. Memo of arrest will be prepared at the time of arrest. Okay. In that memo of arrest, the time and date will be written. What time and date? The time and date of arrest will be written in the memo. That memo will be signed by attested by the witness. So that witness can be the family member or whoever is present at the time of arrest. Okay, they can attest the memo. That memo of arrest will be countersigned by the person who has been arrested. Okay, that person will also sign the memo of arrest. Now the arrested person has right to information to a family member or a friend or a relative. Anyone they can inform. That right is with the accused person, arrested person. Okay. Now, if in case their family member or relatives are not reachable, in that case, the police has to notify their relatives or family member in 8 to 12 hours of the arrest. Okay. So this is the procedure police has to follow while arresting a person. Is there any question in this? Is there any confusion or question with this? some rights, fundamental rights. So what are they? In that, the first is right to be informed. Right to be informed. That means the person who is being arrested, that person should be informed in which offense he has been arrested. What is the crime for which he has been arrested? Okay, that should be informed to the arrested person. Okay, so that is right to be informed. Then, right to be presented. Right to be presented before magistrate. So after a person is arrested, that person has to be presented before magistrate. And what is the time duration? So that is within 24 hours of arrest. So within 24 hours of arrest, that person has to be presented before magistrate. Okay. Then they have right to not be ill-treated or tortured. When they are in custody, they have right to be ill-treated, to not be ill-treated or tortured. And we already discussed in the guideline also, it has been mentioned that the police cannot torture, cannot beat, or they cannot shoot the person. Okay, so the arrested person also has right to be treated well. Okay. Now, whatever confession is being made in the police custody, that cannot be taken as the evidence. Okay. Whatever confession is there which is made in the police custody, that will be not taken as evidence in the court. Understood? Why do you think is this? Maybe police has tortured, they have beaten and they have taken the confession. Okay, so maybe there is situation the person has given the confession in the pressure in the police custody because of the fear of the police. So that are the things, and because of that the confession which has been given in the police custody is not taken as the evidence. Okay. Then if there is a boy under 15 years, or a woman, they cannot be called to police station only for questioning. Okay. A female or a boy under 15 years of age cannot be called to police station only for the questioning. So these are some of the rights with the arrested person, and that is as per the Article 22 of the Constitution. So first is right to be informed. The person should know in what for which crime he has been arrested. Also, the person who has been arrested, he or she has to be presented in front of the magistrate within 24 hours of the arrest. Okay? Right to not be ill-treated or tortured. That means police just cannot arrest anyone and they cannot torture or ill-treat the person. The confession which is being made in the custody will be not taken as the evidence against the accused arrested person. Okay? questioning. Okay, so these are some of the fundamental rights of the arrested person. Is there any question till now? If you have any question, you can ask. Tomorrow maybe we will finish this chapter. No questions. Okay, thank you all for today.